Hello guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing this Leetcode easy problem called ugly number. So this is a question that was requested by one of the viewers, so we're just going to go through it. So it says write a program to check whether a given number is an ugly number. And ugly numbers are positive numbers whose prime factors only include 2, 3, and 5. For example, if the input is equal to 6, the output is true because 6 is equal to 2 by 3. And then for example 2, we're given 8 and the output is true as well because 8 is basically 2 by 2 by 2. And for 14, it's false because 14 is not ugly since it includes another prime factor, which is 7. We're also given notes here that say 1 is typically treated as an ugly number. So this is like a base case to help us to solve this question. So we need to keep this in mind. And then we're also told that the input is within a 32-bit signed integer range, which means, is within the confines of fitting into an integer. So for this question, what is important is to realize that every positive number more than 1 can be expressed as a product of prime factors, or the number itself is prime. So if you have a number that is more than 1 and you can't express it using any other number that is less than it, then the number is prime. So essentially any number that is more than 1 can be expressed as a product of its prime factors. So that's what we're going to use in this method. So what we want to do for this question is that we want to find out if a number is ugly. So since it says that it's ugly only if the prime factors are 2, 3, and 5, we're going to just basically translate that into code. So first of all, we're going to deal with let's deal with the case of 0, because that's actually a special case. If the number is equal to 0, then we have to return false because it's not ugly. So we're going to say if num is equal to 0, return false. And then the case of 1 that we've been given, so if num is equal to 1, we want to return true, it's ugly. Then after that, that is when we now start dealing with the actual parameters that we are given, these cases. So now we test for 2, 3, and 5, and then perform a recursive action. So what we want to do is we want to do the reverse. So usually, since you can get to 8 by doing 2 by 2 by 2, we want to basically reduce the number that we are given. In the case, let's say we're given 8, we're going to be reducing it using the factors 2, 3, and 5 until it gets to 1, in which case we return true. Or if it doesn't, then that means there's another factor that is not 2, 3, or 5 that actually goes into that number. So that means that number is not ugly. So we're going to say if num modulus 2 is equal to 0, which means it's divisible by 2. We know that this number actually might be ugly, but we don't know that yet, so we're going to keep reducing it. So we're going to say return is ugly and pass in the division, so num divided by 2. And then if num modulus 3 is equal to 0, then that means we'll do the recursive action and keep on reducing the number that we get if we divide that number by 3. And then we're going to check for 5 as well. So I'm just going to copy and paste this code because it's basically the same thing. So copy and paste. Modulus 5 is equal to 0, we pass in. If all of these numbers cannot get into the number to reduce it, then that means that number is not divisible by 2, 3, or 5, and also it's not equal to 1 or 0. So that means that number is not ugly. So you just need to return false. And that's how you solve this question. So let's run it for the test case to see if we have any syntax errors that we need to fix. Okay, it passes for this, so we're going to submit and see if it passes all the cases. Right, and as you can see, it runs faster than 100% of the solution. So this is how you solve ugly number on Leetcode. So if you're new to this channel, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this, and see you in the next video. Thank you.